Right, good morning everyone, how are we doing? Welcome to part 2 of fishing in Devon. Me, Tubbs and Paul going fishing today. The boys, like I say, it's really weird. When you're on holiday, you're meant to go on holiday to relax and have it easy. I feel more tired than if I was at home. I'm going to need a holiday after this holiday just to get over the holiday, if that makes sense. So yeah, G and Jordan, Lee, they're not coming today. It's just me, Tubbs and Paul. The only downside of today is they are predicting some high winds and some rain hitting us right on the bottom coast. We was planning on going Broadsands, but that is going to be right in front of that rain hitting us. So we're looking at the maps. Around towards Brixham on the side, we got Sandown or Sandbanks Cove and Elbury Cove. So we're going to go and check them out. They look a little bit more protected from the weather, closer for the parking. I don't know. We're going to head round there. We're going to suss it out, have a look. And yeah, see how we get on. What's the time now? It's currently 8:30 in the morning, so I'm guessing I'll probably be back in about an hour's time and I'll let you know exactly where we are. Right, I'll see you in a bit, guys. Right, here we are. We are at Broadsands beach. It took about 10-15 minutes from the holiday park to get round to here. I think it was 6 miles. But I'm glad now we've chose this because we've got a little cove here. We've got a wall behind us, beach huts. It coves around there. We're quite protected here. Where we was going to go, down on that Broadsands, that was literally just open beach looking straight out at where that wind and rain that they reckon around lunchtime was going to hit us square on in the face. So yeah, I'm glad we made the call to move around there. It's currently, what's the time now? 9:30ish, something like that? Right, it's 9:30 and high tide is about midday. So I can imagine this tide coming up a fair bit. Right, let's get some gear set up, let's get this bait in the water. Come on. Right, it's just coming up 10 to 10, ready to do our first cast. Right hand side, 2-hook flapper. We have got some lug on there. It was frozen, but it's all thawed out. We've got a little bit of squid down there on the bottom. Left hand side, pulley pennel. I've got a whole squid bait there on the pulley pennel. Right, Paul's casted out. Right, let's get these out. Let's get these in the water. Right, that's it, we're out. I just see Paul, as I was casting, I caught my eye, running down the beach and grabbing his rod. So I don't know if he had a decent bite, I'll chat to him in a minute. Well, the only thing we've got to watch here a little bit as well is this tide. Like I say, it's currently like 10 o'clock. High tide is midday, 2 hours. That is the way I go down the beach, like that ramp, and that is the tide coming in there. We have got steps there, there's a little bit further back. That's just all we've got to watch today. Got to watch this tide coming in. Obviously, we've got to make sure we get up the ramp or up them steps. Wind is picking up, really picking up, which normally means the rain is on its way. My weather app is saying rain from 11 o'clock. I'm hoping it does hold on for another hour or so. I mean, we've only got till, I think, 1:30 on the parking anyway. I think it was like £6 or something for the parking. So we've only got till 1:30 on the parking. So we've got, what, like 3 hours of fishing. So let's see what we can get out in these 3 hours. Well, I'm going to speak to Paul and see what he was running for just now, if that was a bite or not. Was that a bite just now, Paul?
Definite bite, mate.
Definite bite, yeah?
It was on there until about sort of 20 foot out.
Nah, really?
Yeah,
oh, mate. Oh, well, that's a good sign. Yeah, that's a good sign. Oh, mate, so he said he had the bite, proper bit, went down, struck it, reeling it. He could feel it on there, coming all the way through, and literally about 20 yards out, it's just come off. So whether it was foul hooked or... But yeah, he said that was a definite bite and a definite fish coming in. So that's a good sign. Come on, we're in Devon, we can't blank. Well, I just checked my weather app again. It's saying at 11 o'clock there is 100% chance of rain at 11, which is not good. This tide is coming in well quick. This is the way I come down. I'll come down this little ramp here. and the tide is coming up to here. So I reckon in half hour's time that'll be cut off. I'll be going the same way out as the boys come down on them steps. I reckon, looking at that wall as well, I don't know, man, I don't know if this whole cove floods out. Oh, right hand side. Right hand side. I mean, the rod tips are knocking around a little bit because there's a bit of wind here and there, but that right just... That just had a good bounce on the right. I can't think, is that the... That's the 2-hook flapper on the right. Yeah, pulley panels on the left. Yeah, like I say, we're fishing areas we don't know, do you know what I mean? When we're at home and we're like back in Norfolk, all the beaches we fish, we know how the tides work, how high they come up, how far they go down. Like, this is all totally new territory to us. We ain't got a clue here. So I don't know if this whole cove floods. Like I say, we'll soon find out. We'll soon find out when you see me on the camera making a bolt for it up them steps. At least my bait's still thawed out today. We only bought the bait yesterday morning, and obviously the squid was still frozen, the mackerel was frozen. Oh my god, mate, that was more frozen than my bloody bank account, I'll tell you. But at least now overnight it's had a chance to thaw out. We got some. I went to get fresh worm yesterday. They had no fresh worm in the tackle shop, only frozen blacks. So I left them in the fridge overnight, so they thawed out. But looking at the weather this morning on the TV, they're saying chance of rain obviously today, which is now Thursday, is it? Yeah, Thursday. Chance of rain Friday, Saturday and the Sunday. Oh, absolutely typical. And our mate Si, he went fishing yesterday back home, North Beach, our local beach, and he had a nice flounder out. I think he had a couple of dogfish out. That's what we were saying to the boys. Next year, when we book our fishing holiday, we're going to book Seashore in Great Yarmouth and just stay at home. Nah, it's nice though, man. It is nice, in it? Different parts of the country. Devon's a beautiful area, absolutely beautiful. I just really thought, like, sort of being in June, we'd have like a bit of the heat and a bit of the sun on our side, but as I keep saying on my videos, it is what it is. Well, I just had a little reel in, check my bait. 2-hook flapper, worms on there untouched. The bit of squid that was on there had gone. I reckon that's what that bite was. That was either a fish that nicked it or a crab had nicked it. Pulley pennel, squid was totally untouched. This tide is racing in. It's touching that ramp now. That tide is on that ramp. And what's the time now? 10:15. Literally that half hour we've been here, that has gone from there and it's coming up to here. Like I say, do not want to get cut off. I reckon give it half hour, we'll probably be fishing from up there. That's my guess. Like I say, we're going to be pushed really far back and it's coving round, and obviously if that tide pushes up against them steps and that ramp's cut off, that is our way out. Like I say, that's what you got to watch, innit? When you're fishing, you've always got to watch them. When you're not on an open beach and you're in a little cove, and especially like I've said earlier, somewhere we've never fished before, so we don't know the tide run, how far it comes up, how far it goes out. Like I say, high tide is midday and it's 10:15. Yeah, we're going to be up the top there, I reckon, casting out from up there in about half hour. Yeah, like I say, definitely had a bite on the right. Whether that was a crab that nicked the squid, whether it was a fish, I will never know. But I don't know, it's a beautiful little cove though. This is absolutely, I imagine in the sun on a nice hot day in the evening, I'll tell you what, I reckon this will be bass galore around here. Like, we've got all rocks and all that around there, especially for the wrasse, the bass and all that. They love all that. Beautiful venue to fish. Right, I've done it, I've made the move. I'm up on the promenade. Tubbs has come up on the promenade. Paul's still down there on the beach. But Joe, it was a matter of literally every like 10-15 minutes, keep moving the stuff back, keep moving it back. So I thought, Joe, what, I'm going to end up here eventually. I might as well come up. That tide is over that ramp now. That ramp that I was used to walk up and down, that is coming over that. I mean, you can see halfway up that ramp, big clumps of weed. So the tide obviously comes up as far as there. Only trouble is, obviously, we've got these beach huts behind us. So it makes it a little bit tight on the casting. There's a gap there. So I'm using that gap to put my traces in and cast it out. And then obviously just being careful of the people, because I think this is like a bit of a trail. We've had loads of like hikers and walkers and all that coming through. Everyone's friendly, everyone's chatting, everyone's good morning, how you getting on, any joy? Any joy? No, they don't know They don't know about Dave, and when he travels on fishing holidays, he blanks. Keeping an eye on that weather. Still saying 11 o'clock. Absolutely chucking it down with rain. What is the time now? 10:35. So I don't know. We're down here. The rods are out. They're in the water, aren't they? Got more chance to catch something if they're out there. I'm looking at that little headland there. There's a little bit that sticks out, and there's a little cove the other side. I reckon that cove is that Elbury Cove. But they were saying to get there, you've got to park in the car park where we've parked, and it's a 15-minute walk just to get round to that cove. And then obviously then you've got a 15-minute walk back. And we were like, well, if the skies do open and it chucks it down, by the time you've packed down and then walk 15 minutes back, you're going to be absolutely drenched, aren't you? So we thought, well, at least if we're here and we have to pack down, we've only got the end of them beach huts, and that is where the car park is. So it's all good for a quick exit. All we need now is some fish. Well, it's just coming up to 11 o'clock. The sky is still looking quite clear. I don't know if it's doing much justice on the camera, but it doesn't look really stormy, rain cloudy, but that wind is not picking up. That wind is really picking up. Paul's still down there on the, oh no, he's not. I was going to say Paul's still down there on the beach, but he's just throwing the last of his bits. We've got another train coming on. There's all steam trains running on the top here. We've had a couple that like run up and down there. Oh, come on, always say it. Give me some fish, please. Well, just coming up to 11:15. Very quiet still on the fish front. Paul's now retreated. He's up the top now, so that's it. All three of us are up here. And like I say, that tide now, look, them coming up there now. So we've still got like an hour till high tide. So I should imagine the high tide, I reckon that touches this wall at high tide. It's got to do. It's got to do. But it's so slow on the fish front. We was on about at some point going down to Brixham and fixing Brixham and Brixham breakwater. And that's like the second person just walked past now that I was talking to, and they reckon it's been so overfished down there. People are down there getting the mackerel, all undersized, tiny things, not even killing them, just throwing them in carrier bags, taking them all home. Apparently they've put gates and chains all across the pier now, and you can't even get down there and fish. We was going to look in the next like Friday or Saturday, go down there and do a bit of fishing. So I might have to like jump on Google and have a look later and see what's going on down there. But that's a couple of people now have told me that you can't actually get on the breakwater and fish. They've fenced it all off to stop people going down there and literally taking the mick and keeping all undersized fish. So that's not good. I don't want to talk it up. I don't know if you heard that then, that wind picked up then. I don't want to talk it up, but no sign of that rain yet. But it is saying at midday 100% chance of rain. That's what it's saying. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that. As soon as it starts spitting a little bit and drizzling, that's it. I'll just get everything packed up and get in the van. Because fishing's slow, and I'm not going to stay. If fishing was good, do you know what I mean? I'll get my waterproof jacket on and that, and I'll stand out here and battle the elements. But when the fishing's absolutely dead and you're not catching anything, and it's absolutely chucking it down, yeah, I'll just cut my losses, I think. Oh, right, here we go. Now the rain's starting to drizzle a little bit. It's starting to come down a little bit. So I've packed one rod down. I've got one rod packed down. I spoke to Paul. I said to him, how's he getting on? He said he's had absolutely nothing, no bites or anything since that first bite when he first got here. Like I say, he said that was a good bite. Obviously had that little knock, but I've had nothing since then at all. Tubbs has had nothing. He's had no bites, no murmurs, absolutely nothing. Just chatting to another local guy just now, and he was saying fishing around here everywhere at the moment is really quiet. He goes, hardly anything has been coming out. What do you do, man? What do you do? It's just fishing for you, innit? Nothing is guaranteed. Camera's probably picking that wind up now as well. Wind's getting stronger, clouds are getting darker. I don't know about Paul and Tubbs, but I might leave this rod out for about 10 minutes, reel this in, pack it down. I might take my stuff back to the van. I might go to that little snack shop thing up there, go and get a bacon roll and a cup of tea or something, and just wait and see what these boys are doing. But even as I'm talking to you now, I can feel the rain starting to hit me a bit harder. Oh. Right, it's coming up to 11:45. We've just had a discussion. We've had a little meeting, and that is it. We're gonna pack it all down. We're gonna pack down. Rain is getting a bit heavier. Absolutely no bites, no fish, no nothing. blah blah. Welcome to Dave's world of blankety blankety blank blanks. The boys are all about doing like a fish tonight. When we were speaking to G and that earlier, and Lee, they're all about going somewhere and doing a fish this evening. Not an all night fish, but sort of like 7ish till like sort of midnight, something like that. But what we're going to do while we're over this way, because we're staying in Torquay, which is right on the other side of that bay, and we're around here, we've only got Brixham that round the corner. So we said while we are over this way, we're going to have a little drive round, have a little scout around, see a few beaches, just sort of like, yeah, see if we can see anywhere that's worth going in the next sort of 2-3 days. But I don't know. Right, hang on, right, we'll see what's going on, man. I'm going to start reeling this rod in. I'll probably be back in a second anyway. Hang on people, hold tight. Right, that is us. We are back in the van and just in time. The rain is starting to absolutely chuck it down. So if we'd have left it another half hour, we would have got absolutely drenched. We got back everything in the van. There's a couple of local council guys here, Devon Council. We're chatting to them. He said last night, 8-9 o'clock, mackerel were jumping out of that sea. He goes, they were down there working, there's some works going on in this car park. They were down there, and he goes, mate, the mackerel, they were just jumping out of the water, hundreds of them. You just can't invent it, can you? Right, anyway, there's a little cafe fin over there, so we're going to go over there, we're going to grab ourselves a nice cup of tea. Then I think we're there. While we're in this area, just have a little drive around, scout out a couple of other areas. Like I say, we've still got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've still got 3 more days. So we'll do a little bit of scouting, see what's about, hopefully get talking to a few locals. But the locals around here don't like giving up the secrets. They don't like telling you where's doing well. They go, oh yeah, go here, go there, and it's bloody rubbish. And then people are like, well, why'd you go there? And it's like, well, they're not telling you the hot spots down in Devon, I'll tell you that. Right, cup of tea. Let's go and get a cup of tea, and I will see you on the next video. Right.